regular Army soldiers look down on Army National Guardsmen because they consider them not really soldiers, okay? And sometimes they'll ask me, oh, well, why did you join the Army National Guard? Well, you couldn't get into the regular Army? Or you didn't have the guts to go in the regular Army? No, you fucking assholes, that's not the reason. The reason I joined the Arizona National Guard and not the regular Army was because at the time I was going to college part-time and I had a full-time job making more money than a fucking captain in the Army. And I had a family, so I didn't want to fucking join the regular Army, so go suck a cock, right? These, especially Afghan and, Iraqi war veterans, they're the ones that always fucking question me the most when I'm wearing a fucking Army t-shirt, okay? And they'll be like, well, where did you serve? When did you serve? And I told them I was in the Army National Guard. They're like, oh, that's not really a soldier, And they start pulling that stolen valor bullshit out of their ass. They tell me like, oh, well, wear a National Guard shirt. Don't wear an Army shirt because that's not really an Army. You're not really an Army soldier. That's how fucked up this stolen valor shit has become. That's how out of hand it's getting. You know what? Iraqi war veterans and fucking Afghan war veterans, the ones that do this kind of shit, go suck a fucking cock. Alright? I joined the Army National Guard to serve my community, okay? Not because I had to. The same reason why a lot of people join the military. They don't do it for the money, because it pays shit, okay? And I fucking did it for 8 years, and I'm proud that I did it. If you don't like that I wear Army shirts because I wasn't in the regular Army, well then fucking deal with it. But don't start accusing me of stolen valor because you don't even know what the fucking legal definition of stolen valor is anyway. And did you know that the vast majority of the troops in Iraq that served in Iraq were non-combat related? So I bet you anything there's a bunch of fucking asshole Iraqi veterans walking around talking about I served in Iraq but never were in one single fucking firefight. Alright? Respect.
Okay, I'm going to add on to this. That's actually somebody else's video. Yeah, I'd say at least about 9, right, especially nowadays, probably over 90% of the combat veterans with the combat decorations never were in a firefight, never experienced any combat at all. Now, in the beginning, the percentages were a little lower, but nowadays. Now, here's another one. ROTC, JROTC, stolen valor. Stolen valor. Yeah, people are accusing these guys of stolen valor. Okay? And, of course, they accuse the National Guard of stolen valor. They're accusing retirees of stolen valor. And also reservists. Yeah, if you're a reservist, as far as they're concerned, stolen valor and you need to take off that uniform right now. This also goes for people who are active duty who happen to have reserve in their previous records. Yeah, some guys were reservists, let's say in college or in school or something, and then went active duty later on. Oh no, they got stolen valor because they got reservists in their record. So if you were in the National Guard or let's say reserves for let's say a nanosecond, as far as the Army's concerned, stolen valor. Take off that uniform. And this goes for people who, let's say, served in the Army or the military for over 20 years and retired. Yeah. So if you have, it's better to have child molester or sex offender on your record than reservist or National Guard. You don't want that on your record. I mean, you never... I'll just say this. If you're going to go military, active duty, don't ever have reservist or Nasty Guard on your record. And I'll tell you the truth. Most of these National Guard units are pretty sorry. Can't speak for the Arizona National Guard. Don't know much about them. Utah had a very sharp National Guard troop, by the way. Utah was exceptionally good. Colorado, forget about it. But look at, this is everybody's hero these days, though. Everybody loves this Joker. Okay? Because he's the self-appointed self-avenger, the self-deputized vigilante hunter for stolen valor.
Oh, it's stolen valor, stolen valor, stolen valor. You can yell it all over the fucking place like the morons you are, okay? But it's not stolen valor to wear a military uniform. Okay, look up the definition. It's all over the place. All right? you have to fucking claim medals of honor that you didn't earn for financial gain in order for it to be defined as stolen valor. In other words, you have to impersonate a soldier or a military person for the purpose of financial gain. And really what it's talking about is medals of valor that you are falsely claiming for the purpose of financial gain. So if you understand that law, what it says is, if you wear a military uniform and you're not doing it for financial gain and you never served in the military, you're not breaking the law. So you veterans need to step off, okay? People have their constitutional rights. And the first thing you fucking veterans bring up, these Iraq...
Now, I don't always agree with this guy here. His name is Renee. He's got a channel. I agree with a lot of what he's saying. I don't necessarily agree with everything he's saying. But he's bringing out a good point. A lot of people are getting falsely accused of stolen valor when they're not breaking the law. But over here we have our self-appointed, self-deputized vigilante law enforcer. Okay? I don't know why people like this guy. He says he's a SEAL. Look how heavy he is. Does that look like a SEAL? Now, I'm gonna call bullshit on this one. I don't think he's a SEAL. He's just too heavy. Nothing against fat people, but this guy's fat.
Iraqi and Afghan veterans bring up is like, I fought for your freedom. Well, then leave them the fuck alone if you fought for their freedom, okay, to express themselves, okay? And they're always talking about, I fought in Iraq, I fought in Afghanistan, you're disgracing a uniform, take off my uniform. What if fucking people don't want to take it off? Because it's not your uniform, veterans, okay? And there's a lot of people that did not support the war in Iraq, and there's a lot of people that did not support the war in Afghanistan. So quit expecting people to worship you and make you a superhero for going over there, because I don't see you guys like that, okay? Everybody knows that the war in goddamn fucking Iraq was nothing but bullshit. It was about oil, okay? It's a joke, all right? Comedians have made jokes about it. The president, George W. Bush, made jokes about it, okay? There was never any weapons of mass destructions. You were over there, veterans.
I personally don't know that Bush made jokes about the war. He may have, I don't know, but I haven't seen any. Again, this guy is expressing his opinion, which is okay. I don't agree with him 100% actually, but that's okay. I mean, I'm okay with his opinion though. And technically, if we did go to war to fight for people's freedoms, that includes the freedom to disagree with us.
Who fought in the Iraq war? You were over there fighting for the oil companies, okay? And the Afghan war, that's also bullshit, okay? You're over, the media might say, hey, you guys are over there fighting the terrorists, but actually research why we were at the Afghan war. It will shock you. I made a video about it. It will shock you why we were in Afghanistan. It has to do with fucking opium, and it has to do with minerals, okay? That's why we were in Afghanistan. And what if people don't support that? Of course, they're not going to support something like that. All right? So quit going around throwing that in people's face, because fighting those two wars was not something honorable in a lot of people's eyes. And you can't go around telling people that that's my valor. Valor for what? Invading two poor countries for financial gain. That's the valor you guys are claiming.
Okay, by the way, with Don Shipley, I want to say that he never served in war. He served as a mercenary with Blackwater, which is something not to be desired. Those Blackwater cowboys over there, I mean, well, they were in the way, they were useless, they were of no value at all. And I knew some of those jokers, and that's exactly what they were. There were a lot of wannabes. They weren't has-beens, they were never-beens. Okay? And that's what the mercenaries were. And I'll cite Blackwater as a prime example. Now here we have another example of stolen valor, and they're going after Boy Scout impersonators. This guy is, he's screwed up. I think he's got a mental condition. But we have another self-appointed self-deputized vigilante who saw fit to steal from him. Yeah, commit robbery. Yeah, he stole from this guy. This guy's name is Sergeant Tommy Doyle, and he found this guy who's obviously mentally handicapped. But what does he do? He steals from him. Hey, you catch somebody breaking the law? Oh, wait, I saw someone breaking the law that I made up. And by the street definition, stolen valor. Therefore, I can self-deputize myself and self-appoint myself as a law enforcement officer. These guys are way the hell out of line.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't think you're in the Boy Scouts.
Yeah, 27
Your
years.
uniform, it's all out of whack. You're not wearing your BSA issue approved socks.
BSA issue, you have to buy
My
them.
brother's doing laundry, and those socks are in the laundry, and I can't leave the house without the socks.
Look,
This
you know
guy's
is
mentally
illegal, man.
disturbed.
It's a crime to be out here
No, I'm giving
pretending to be a
tours.
Boy Scout.
Yeah, giving
It's
tours.
called stolen valor.
Stolen valor, pretending to be a Boy Scout, bullshit. BSA issued socks, you gotta buy them yourself. Okay? Stolen valor for Boy Scout against the law, no. This guy is as jacked up as the guy he's confronting. I feel sorry for the guy that's being confronted here. He's not all there, obviously, but so let's steal from him.
I'm a Boy Scout. I'm getting my Air Force patch for showing people the jet.
Your Air Force patch?
Yeah, I'm showing people the jet.
That's not a patch.
It is.
Look, man, you need to get out of here.
No, I belong here.
No, you don't. Get out of here,
This is what
man.
I'm doing.
Your sash.
No, that's
Your
mine.
sash.
Stole the sash.
Give me your hat.
No, don't do
Stole
that.
the hat. And threatened the guy. Sergeant Doyle, you're a disgrace, okay? You're picking on somebody that's mentally handicapped, obviously, and you stole from him. You robbed him. You stole his sash. You stole his hat. You're out of line. You ought to be locked up. You're the disgrace. So to all these self-appointed, self-deputized, stolen valor enforcers, I'll tell you what. To Doyle or Shipley, you want to come to my place? Yeah, you want to accuse me of stolen valor and you want to come to my house and start this nonsense? I won't call the police. Okay? I'll just tell you that. I won't call the police on you. But, come over if you want to.